Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel that's all about exploring the untamed brilliance of the Sigma male mindset. Whether you're already walking the Sigma path or just starting to embrace its wisdom, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into a powerful and intriguing topic: how Sigma males outsmart and confuse their enemies. Here's the deal: life isn't always smooth sailing. Enemies, whether they're critics, manipulators, or just those who can't handle your independence, will pop up along the way. But the beauty of being a Sigma male? You don't let them derail you. Instead, you turn the tables with calculated brilliance. In this video, we'll break down 10 genius strategies Sigmas use to not just overcome challenges, but leave their enemies baffled, frustrated, and outplayed. These aren't just tactics for dealing with foes. They're lessons for mastering life itself. So, hit that subscribe button and become part of this ever-growing brotherhood of strategic thinkers and quiet leaders. Stick with us until the end, because each point is packed with insights to elevate your game. And hey, don't forget to drop a like if you're ready to level up. Let's get into it, gentlemen. Number 1. The art of silence. Weaponizing mystery. Let's start with a Sigma's secret weapon: silence. Picture this. You're in a heated conversation. Your opponent is throwing barbs, trying to get a reaction out of you. Most people would argue back, defend themselves, or try to win the argument. But not a Sigma. He stays silent, calm, and unshaken. Why? Because silence makes people uncomfortable. It forces them to fill in the blanks with their insecurities. The Sigma knows that by saying nothing, he maintains control. His enemy, meanwhile, overanalyzes, second-guesses, and ultimately exhausts themselves. Think about the iconic movie character Michael Corleone from The Godfather. He was the epitome of quiet power. When others erupted in chaos, he sat back, observed, and waited for the perfect moment to act. That's the Sigma way. Silence isn't just golden. It's a shield and a sword. Use it wisely, gentlemen. Number 2. Playing the long game. Outlasting impulse. Enemies often thrive on impulsive reactions. They provoke, hoping for an immediate emotional response. But Sigmas? They don't fall into that trap. Instead, they play the long game. Imagine a chessboard. Most players are fixated on the next move, trying to snag a quick win. A Sigma, however, sees the whole board. He's thinking 10 moves ahead, anticipating his enemy's tactics, and staying 2 steps ahead. Let's take a real-world example: Jeff Bezos. In Amazon's early days, many competitors tried to crush him. But Bezos didn't retaliate with knee-jerk reactions. He focused on building something bigger and outlasted them. Today, Amazon dominates while those competitors are forgotten. Patience is a superpower. Gentlemen, master the art of thinking long-term. Number 3. Emotional detachment. Staying cool under pressure. Here's a classic Sigma trait: emotional detachment. When someone comes at them with insults, drama, or manipulation, Sigmas remain unshaken. Why? Because they understand that emotional reactions are a form of control. Enemies want you to explode, to lose your cool. That's how they win. But a Sigma male? He keeps his emotions in check, responding with logic and strategy instead of anger. Picture a workplace scenario. A jealous coworker tries to discredit a Sigma with false rumors. Instead of reacting defensively, the Sigma calmly gathers facts and proves his worth through actions. By the time the truth comes out, the coworker's scheme has backfired. Don't let emotions drive your decisions. Control them, and you control the game. Number 4. Mastering the element of surprise. Unpredictable moves. Sigmas thrive on unpredictability. They don't operate on anyone's timetable but their own, and this keeps their enemies guessing. Think about it. If someone knows exactly how you'll react, they can manipulate you. But a Sigma? His next move is always a mystery. This unpredictability is both confusing and intimidating to enemies. Imagine a Sigma in a competitive business setting. His competitors expect him to follow the usual strategies, but he flips the script, launching a product or campaign in a way they never anticipated. The result? He dominates the market while they're left scrambling. Always keep an ace up your sleeve, gentlemen. The unexpected is your greatest ally. Number 5. Information control. Knowing more, revealing less. Here's a Sigma male mantra. Knowledge is power, but discretion is king. Sigmas are information sponges. They listen, observe, and learn, all while revealing as little as possible about themselves. This creates a knowledge gap that tilts the playing field in their favor. Think about James Bond. He gathers intel without giving away his true intentions, always staying one step ahead of his enemies. That's a Sigma's approach to life. Speak less, listen more, and watch how the world opens up to you. Number 6. Turning weaknesses into strengths, the power of adaptation. Enemies love to exploit weaknesses, but Sigmas? They embrace and adapt. A perceived flaw becomes a tool for growth, making them even stronger. Remember the tale of the tortoise and the hare? The tortoise's slow pace was seen as a weakness, but it became his strength when he used it to focus and persevere. That's how Sigmas operate. Embrace your imperfections, gentlemen. They're the keys to your evolution. Number 7. Building a network without dependence. The lone wolf approach. One of the most misunderstood aspects of a Sigma male's personality is his relationship with networking. Contrary to the myth that Sigmas reject social connections, they actually excel at building meaningful networks. However, the key difference lies in how they approach these relationships. They create bonds without dependence. Here's the logic. Most people view networking as a game of give and take, often leaning heavily on others to boost their status or solve their problems. Sigmas, on the other hand, see connections as opportunities for mutual growth, not crutches. They cultivate relationships that are symbiotic, where independence is maintained. Why does this work? According to Harvard Business Review, successful networking isn't about quantity, but quality, building genuine, high-value connections that enrich both parties. Sigmas instinctively know this. They avoid the trap of spreading themselves thin by prioritizing depth over breadth. Real-life parallel. Take Nikola Tesla, a quintessential Sigma. Tesla worked with people like Thomas Edison and George Westinghouse, but remained fiercely independent in his vision. He used collaboration to advance his ideas, but never became reliant on others to define his work. Gentlemen, embrace networking, but always keep your autonomy intact. Collaborate, but never compromise your independence. True strength lies in the ability to walk alone, even when surrounded by a crowd. Number 8. Confusing with kindness. Disarming hostility. Sigmas are known for their unconventional strategies, and one of their most effective tools is disarming hostility with kindness. While the world often expects confrontation to meet aggression, Sigmas take a different route. They confuse their enemies by responding with empathy and grace. Here's why this tactic is genius. Kindness, especially in the face of hostility, throws people off their game. It's a psychological curveball that disrupts the enemy's expectations. According to the work of psychologists like Adam Grant, author of Give and Take, generosity and kindness can create reciprocity, even in adversarial relationships. Imagine a workplace bully who constantly undermines you. Most would fight fire with fire, but a Sigma would respond by calmly complimenting the bully's work or offering to help on a project. The result? The bully is left speechless, their strategy of aggression dismantled. Historical example. Mahatma Gandhi's philosophy of nonviolence is a prime illustration of this principle. By meeting colonial aggression with peace, Gandhi not only confused his adversaries, but also rallied millions to his cause. Kindness isn't weakness, gentlemen. It's a sophisticated tool that can neutralize hostility and make even your staunchest enemies question their approach. Number 9. Leveraging failure as fuel, resilience redefined. For most people, failure is a source of shame. For Sigmas, it's the exact opposite. Failure isn't a dead end. It's raw material for future success. This ability to turn setbacks into stepping stones is a hallmark of the Sigma mindset. Psychologists refer to this as resilience, and research from the American Psychological Association highlights that resilience is not an innate trait. It's something you build. Sigmas, with their introspective nature, naturally develop this skill by analyzing their failures and extracting lessons from them. Take the story of Steve Jobs, another Sigma archetype. After being ousted from Apple, Jobs didn't wallow in defeat. Instead, he founded Next and revitalized Pixar, setting the stage for his triumphant return to Apple. His failure became the foundation for Apple's future dominance. Sigmas use failure as a mirror, reflecting back what needs to change and what needs to grow. They're not afraid to experiment and risk failure because they know every misstep brings them closer to mastery. Gentlemen, don't fear failure. Embrace it. Analyze, adapt, and use it as fuel to build your legacy. Number 10. Walking away as the ultimate power move. One of the most underrated yet powerful tactics in a Sigma's playbook is the ability to walk away. While most people feel the need to prove themselves in every situation, Sigmas understand that sometimes the best move is no move at all. Walking away isn't about giving up. It's about prioritizing your peace, energy, and dignity over pointless battles. It's the ultimate act of self-respect. Research in conflict resolution, as published in journals like Psychological Science, shows that disengaging from toxic situations often leads to better long-term outcomes than confrontation. Picture a Sigma in a toxic relationship. His partner constantly tests his boundaries, hoping for emotional outbursts. Instead of playing into the drama, the Sigma calmly states his position, sets boundaries, and exits the relationship. The partner is left reeling, while the Sigma retains his peace and self-respect. Historical example. Think about Muhammad Ali refusing to be drafted into the Vietnam War. He walked away from his boxing career and faced immense criticism, but his decision was rooted in principles, not societal pressure. Eventually, he emerged stronger, becoming a global icon. Walking away isn't weakness, gentlemen, it's strength. It signals to the world that you value your time, energy, and peace above all else. Here is a bonus point for you, gentlemen. Number 11. Strategic ignorance. Choosing what and who to ignore. Sigmas are masters of focus, and one of their greatest strategies is the art of strategic ignorance. While most people try to juggle everything, Sigmas intentionally ignore distractions that don't align with their goals. Why does this work? According to the Harvard Business Review, the ability to filter out noise is a critical skill for success in a world overwhelmed by information. Sigmas use this principle to focus on what truly matters, allowing them to outpace their competition. Consider Warren Buffett, who famously said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." Buffett ignores short-term trends and hype, focusing instead on long-term value, a strategy that has made him one of the wealthiest individuals in the world. Sigmas apply the same logic in their personal and professional lives. They don't waste time arguing with internet trolls, entertaining toxic relationships, or chasing fleeting trends. They stay laser-focused on their mission, leaving their enemies and distractions in the dust. Gentlemen, not everything requires your attention. Master the art of ignoring the irrelevant, and you'll find that your energy and focus skyrocket. Gentlemen, there you have it, 10 genius ways Sigmas outsmart and confuse their enemies. These aren't just tactics. They're life principles that empower you to navigate challenges with grace, intelligence, and quiet confidence. If you found this video valuable, hit the like button and subscribe to join this incredible community of sharp thinkers and strategic leaders. Remember, the Sigma path isn't just about outsmarting enemies. It's about mastering yourself. Having said this, go out there, live smart, and make every move count. Stay Sigma strong.